This video is a Google Classroom Q&A and a tutorial in how to set it up. Hi there, I'm Kafoople. Welcome to Kafoople Land. In this video, I'm going to take you through some Google Classroom questions that I have received on social media, and I'm also going to show you how to set it up because I've had lots of questions about how to do that. First of all, let me take you through how to set up Google Classroom. If it's your first time doing it, if you are a pre-service teacher and you don't know anything about it, if it's new to your school, I personally love Google Classroom and I use it all the time. So do all of my colleagues at my school, and so I will show you now how to set it up. So to show you how to do it, I'm just going to use my Kafoople Land account. You can just see all the stuff I've been doing for my YouTube channel and my new friends channel. But over on the right hand side you will see, if you scroll down, you'll have to scroll down to see your classroom icon. So you're going to open up the classroom. I'm just going to get rid of that so it's not messy. And so this is what it will look like. You'll see up the top right hand corner here is a plus button to tell you to create or join your first class. So I'm going to click the plus button, and the two options are for a student to join a class, or you, I suppose, you could join a class if you wanted to, or create a class. So obviously I'm just going to click create a class. You're going to go through to show that you've understood the notice. Yes, continue. Okay, very easy. You're just going to make a name. It has been suggested to me, I haven't done this, but I do think it's a good idea to call your classes by your name, like put your name in the classes so that it's easy for the students to identify. They can see your name on there anyway, down the bottom, but if you want to do that, you can. Okay, you can fill out those bits if you want to, but I am not going to. I'm going to click create. And there we are, it's created the classroom for me. It's so user-friendly that pop-ups will come up to tell you the new things that are happening. I'm just going to say, got it. You can see that the name is up here. You can actually change, you can upload a photo or you can change the theme. There's a variety of different themes that you can choose from. I teach English, so I'm going to click on the English, and there's a few different options there. You can also custom make some on something like Canva or PicMonkey, and then just use that if you wish, and do it through the upload a photo section. So up here you'll see there on the top left hand corner is a class code. So if you click on the box beside it, it'll give you the option to display it. So if you have a smart board, book the Chromebooks, have them all log in, and then click on the display of the class code and have them all join the class. So once they've joined the class, you'll see that there's going to be, up here there's a section that says people, and you will see there'll be a list of students there. I don't have any, of course, because I've just made this and I don't have any students. You can actually add them too. You can invite them via their email address if you wish. That's another way to add students. On the left is the stream. So it's a little bit like a Facebook news feed in that you will see all of the things that have been posted running down the page. Sometimes that can be a bit hard to navigate though if you want to find something really quickly, so then you have these other tabs that you can use. On the left hand side here, before we leave this page though, it'll have for you and for the students what is due soon. Once you set assignments, then they'll come up here so that everybody can keep on top of what's coming up. Over on the top tabs, the next one to the right is classwork, and this one I use all of the time. You can create assignments, you can create questions, you can organise them via topics, and you can order the way that you want the students to see the different assignments. It's not always a summative assessment task that you need to use this for. Be creative, you can use it for anything. You can even just use it for homework assignments, anything that you want the kids to have a reminder for and a due date for. That's what you're going to use this for, assignments for. You can also, actually I'll just click on the create button and show you. So these are the options. You can choose an assignment, a quiz, a question, material. So if you have documents that you want to share with your students, you can put it there. And then there are also topics that you can add. I'll just show you. So you can just add topics, whatever the module is or the topic that you're teaching at the time, you can put there. It'll organise everything via topics, so it's easy for students to find stuff too. Also, there's a Google Calendar that is set up. Any materials that you publish on here will be saved automatically in this class drive folder, which makes it easier for you and for the students to find things at a later date. So you can find things by going through the classwork tab, through the stream tab, or through the class drive folder. So there's no reason for anything to be lost. As I said before, there's the people tab, and this is new to me anyway, this marks tab. I have not played around with this yet, and I obviously can't do it now because I don't have any students. Let's go back to the classwork tab, and I'll show you how to create something really simple. Oh, first I'll show you how to add material. So to add material, you just click on that. So you can also see this pop up here. You can actually schedule your things to post for the students later. So you're going to put a title. Let's say I want to get the students to read these notes about, I don't know, Shakespeare. And so I'm just going to give it a title and then the description. Please read these notes before the class. And then to organize everything, I'm going to actually create a topic. I'm just going to call it Shakespeare. And you see down the bottom here that we've got different options. I can attach like a Word document or any other kind of document. I can use something from my Google Drive. I can also use embedded video here, and I can also do a link to a website. And then simply all we do is just press post. If you see the drop down box there, you can see that you can schedule them, you can schedule them, you can save your draft as well. Lots of options. The other thing that I like up here in the material tab, you can do this for assignments as well, is you can actually select which students you want. If you only want something to go to a couple of students, you can actually tick which students you want it to go to using this checkbox. So because I don't have any students, it's not showing me any other options except for just all students. But that is something that I have utilised in the past as well. Let me quickly show you how to do an assignment, because that's probably the feature that I use the most. I use assignments and I use materials the most. So all I would do is click plus create. I'd click on assignment, and then again I'd put the title. So we're going to go Shakespeare assess. Oops. You can name it whatever you like. Make sure the spelling is correct. And then the instructions. Please complete. Tick that one up. And then you can actually tell them how many marks it's going to be. At the moment they don't have grades on Markbook, but let's just say this one's going to be out of 20, so I just put 20 in the points section, and this is where it's really great. So I'm going to choose my due date is going to be, let's give them a full week, and then you can even put the time in if you wish. Let's say the end of the school day, 3:30 p.m. And then also putting it into the Shakespeare topic so that it's all nice and organised. If you have an assessment task sheet or extra information, you can attach that using these 4 icons down the bottom. Same thing again, like with the materials, you can attach an attachment, you can attach a Google Drive document, or you can do a video and you can do a link to a website as well. And then all you do is you just hit assign. I will show you the drop down options again. You've got the scheduling and the saving of a draft. Then you just click assign, and there it is for them. Okay, I will quickly show you the question because I have used this feature a bit. It's the same setup as before, and all you're going to do is type in a question to get some discussion going. That works well, and then the students can put in their answers. So that's pretty much it for how to drive Google Classroom. I did receive a few questions about Google Classroom, so I just want to go through those and answer them. So let's have a look at some of the questions that I've received. How do we access the new Originality Tracker? I love this feature on Google Classroom. It's just been released in the last probably couple of weeks, I think, at the time of recording this video. I have already used it because I'm one of those people that I see something come through and I go, oh, that looks good, let's click around and play around with it. So I have already had a look at it. It's really great. What it is that when students hand something in, or the term for Google Classroom is to turn it in, it has an originality checker on there, and you can just click on that and it will check the student's document against what's on the internet, what's on the web, and so it comes up with any matches where it looks like the student has plagiarized, so that you can be alerted to that straight away, and you can have a conversation with the student about why that's not appropriate and what to do instead. So the way that you access it is when you set an assignment, It's got the option there down the bottom, so it's really super easy. Everything about Google Classroom is very user-friendly and highly recommended. The next question is, can parents access it somehow? Yes, they can. There is an option in Google Classroom for you to have a parent code generated, and you can pass that on to the parents and carers of your students if you want to. I personally have never used that feature, but I think it could be quite useful. Do you have kids who frequently forget their devices? And if so, how do you handle it? What do you do about it? So I'm at a BYOD school, bring your own device school, but we don't tend to use the students' devices for the use of Google Classroom because we have Chromebook sets in every faculty. Every faculty has at least one set of Chromebooks that can be used within the faculty, so we have a booking system and we tend to use the Chromebooks. We have a class set, so that's not really an issue for us. I think that it could be problematic, and if it is, I would encourage you to talk to your principal about getting some Chromebooks, because I think that this is the way that education is going, and I think that students do need to have access, at least sometimes, to a device like a Chromebook that can access Google Classroom easily. The next one is not actually a question, but it says, I'm a pre-service teacher and I really love the idea of Google Classroom, and I agree, it's fantastic. Before Google Classroom, I was probably the first or second person in my school to use Edmodo. I used Edmodo for 2 or 3 years before Google Classroom was created, and people would come to me with questions about Edmodo because I just really like the concept of it. I think that it's really user-friendly and that it can deliver material to students wherever and whenever they are and wherever you are. It's really good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this information was useful for you. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I can make more videos about Google Classroom if that is something that you're interested in or you want to know more about. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it because it really supports my channel. And don't forget to teach well, live well, and be well.